Welcome, dear viewers. Today, I want to share a beautiful story that holds a powerful life lesson, something we all can relate to. Have you ever felt frustrated trying to make everything perfect, only to end up feeling stuck? This is a story about a young monk and a gifted potter who both struggled with the idea of perfection. Through their journey, we'll discover how embracing imperfections can lead to true peace and growth. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into this tale of wisdom and self-acceptance. Once upon a time, in a tranquil mountain valley, lived a young monk named Riku. Riku was known for his unwavering dedication to his studies and tasks, but despite his efforts, he often struggled with frustration. He found himself chasing perfection in everything he did and felt defeated every time he failed to achieve it. One afternoon, Riku sat under the blossoming branches of a centuries-old plum tree, meditating in silence, his mind burdened by self-doubt and anxiety. Sensing Riku's inner storm, Master Daisuke, a revered elder monk, approached him with a kind smile and sat beside him. "Your heart seems heavy, young one," Daisuke said softly. "Allow me to tell you a story that might ease your mind." With that, Daisuke began his tale. There once lived a gifted potter named Yuki. She was admired across the land for her breathtaking pottery. Her hands could shape clay with such skill that every vase, bowl, and jar seemed perfect. People from distant villages praised her work. But despite the admiration she received, Yuki was troubled. She was never satisfied with what she created, always finding some small flaw that no one else could see. Her pursuit of perfection became a heavy burden she carried in silence. Riku listened attentively, drawn into Master Daisuke's tale. One day, Yuki decided to craft the most exquisite vase of her life. Daisuke continued. She worked tirelessly for days, shaping, smoothing, and refining the clay. But as she inspected her creation under the light, she found a tiny crack along its base, a flaw that only she could see. Her friends advised her to move on, saying the vase was already a masterpiece. But Yuki could not let go of the imperfection. She spent weeks trying to repair the crack, obsessing over it to the point where she forgot to create anything else. Master Daisuke paused for a moment, letting his words sink in. Riku leaned in closer, eager to know what happened next. Time passed, Daisuke said, and Yuki's obsession with that one flaw grew. She stopped taking joy in her craft, and all she could see in her work was imperfection. No matter what she did, the crack remained, a constant reminder that perfection was out of reach. Daisuke gave a warm, knowing smile as he saw the puzzled look on Riku's face. The lesson, dear Riku, is this: perfection is an illusion. Like Yuki's vase, life is filled with small cracks and flaws. If we become obsessed with fixing every little imperfection, we risk losing the beauty of what we already have. The master gestured toward the plum tree's branches swaying gently in the breeze. "See how the flowers bloom? Some petals are torn, some have spots, and yet the tree is still beautiful. It embraces its imperfections, and so must we." Riku nodded slowly, the weight of the story beginning to lift his heart. He realized that in his chase for perfection, he had lost sight of the joy in his efforts. With renewed clarity, he made a silent vow to embrace the imperfections in his work and continue moving forward, no matter how small the flaws might be. The pursuit of perfection is a noble endeavor, but it should not come at the cost of progress and happiness. Life, like a potter's clay, is full of imperfections. True growth comes from accepting these flaws and moving forward with grace and humility.